a vision of seeing a world living in unity through love.
Oh, you know we had to do it, right? Brother empowerment.
It's been a long
Helping brothers to break through without breaking. With international viewership. That means that we are getting our message worldwide and nothing can stop us from showing our brothers and their family love. So you know we had to do it right. Come on now. Brother empowerment, we about to do it. Let's go. We love you guys. Come on,
let's go, let's go. My brother hit my phone, said, bro, let's go, let's go. We gotta build a home, we gotta build a throne, somewhere that we can roam. Let's get these brothers up to start to build each other up. It's time for us to level up and power. Yeah, we stepping up, higher from the fire that ignited from the heavens up. Now it can't expire, cause my brother's always checking up. On me, put your blessings up, homie, never letting up. On me said, call me if you need, and couldn't believe it. I finally found brothers that's healing, now I receive it, cause they invited me to breathe in all of the meaning of the true brotherly love. Just what I needed, man, it's such a vibe to build with brothers through the struggles. Man, it's such a high to have them help you through your troubles, make you feel alive. Cause as they raising your spirits, you start embracing your fearless. You can't deny that you're clearing all the demons from your heart, wishing it from the start. To any brother that wanna step in and be a part, cause it's easier to do it together than be apart. Hope to be the beacons of light that can shine in the dark.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, hello, beautiful people. It is Thursday, so you know what that means, as Jay would say. It's Brother Empowerment Day. So today, unfortunately, the bro Jay is under the weather. He's not feeling too well, so I'm holding it down, not by myself, but holding it down for the both of us. And, you know, got a special guest in the, well, we can't even call you special guest and make it. So it's like a treatment, you know, when people say, all right, after the first time you've been here, I ain't getting you nothing. You on your own. You know where it is. So you're not even a guest anymore. You just in the house. So we have Andrew Gardner back in the building for round 2. So well, since Jay's not here, we're gonna do it a little differently. So I will just go ahead and ask you, bro, how was your week, man?
My week, man, it's been crazy. Just a lot going on. You know, the weather, man, you can't Jekyll and Hyde. You know, 70 one day, snow the next day. So just trying to maintain and, you know, dress warm and, you know, other than that, though, just grinding. That's all we can do.
Man, yeah, you're up north in Philly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what are the usual summer months in Philly?
Sometimes it start like in the like early May to September. Sometimes we get into April, but I don't, man, with this weather, man, I don't even know, man, to be honest with you. I'm like that. We get 75, 74, and then very next day it's back to snow. It's like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, man, that's North Carolina, you know, they sometimes get the whole, like, you know, hot weather and then it's cold, but not snow. That's heavy right there.
Yeah.
So, but okay, bro. Well, I mean, man, it's good to hear that you've been grinding and really pushing through. My week has been kind of stressful, man. Life has been really just, you know what I mean, throwing a brother a couple of hooks. And I'm not talking about like regulars. I'm talking like Mike Tyson in his prime hooks. You know? Yeah, man. So yeah, life has been kind of, you know, beating me down. There's definitely been some good things, you know, but life has kind of been, you know, really just socking it to me, to put it lightly, lately. But, you know, hey, it goes on, and that's really, I mean, you can't really let it get you down too much. So yeah, but you know, the show must go on, as they say. But before we get into these quotes, man, let me see who all is on here with us. So we got Sean Bates from YouTube land. What's going on, Sean, man? Happy to see you back in town with us. We got Felicia Bagley. What's going on, Felicia? We got my man Lonnie Nesbitt on. Lonnie with the fresh new profile picture, bro. Saw you out there flexing on him with the fashion. Go ahead, bro. We got Deshaun in the building. What's going on, Deshaun? Good to see you back on the show, fam. Missed you, man. We got Rick Owen in the building. What's going on, Rick, man? If you guys are not, or if you guys have not yet, please Definitely put a comment in the comment section so we can shout you out. We don't want to miss anybody. Before let me rewind. Before we get into the quotes yet again, Andrew, bro, you have a nonprofit, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So go ahead and tell the people how that's going, and how everything what you got coming up with that.
Yeah, I have a nonprofit called Brothers Like Me, dealing with anger management and domestic violence. For our community, something that's not talked about. So just here to bring awareness to it. Help those who fall short of domestic violence or with their anger, and just give them like the tools to process and get through. Face adversity and persevere. Right now, I'm working on a few videos. So if you actually go to Brothers Like Me, the Facebook page, or Brothers Like Me _ on the Instagram page, you'll see like the videos and stuff that I do on giving tips for anger management and conflict resolution skills and stuff like that. So I'm working on a few more, and some should be out. I would say like in a few months. Working with some actors and stuff like that. So just stay tuned. Just follow the page and for updates and everything.
Okay. Oh, bro, for sure. And make sure if you could put all where everybody can find your nonprofit and all the social media stuff in the comments, so people can go ahead, and knock that out. So people can follow you. So people always connect. And that's one thing we do here is that if you reach out or you put yourself out there, people are definitely going to connect with you. So, speaking of, bro, there he is right there. From that side. What's going on, Jay, bro? Happy for you joining us, man. We got Reese in the building. What's going on, Reese? So, yeah, man. So, yeah, go, if you could, bro, at some point in time, put all that in the comment section, and we're going to rock.
Okay.
Ready? Get into these quotes?
Yep. Ready when you are.
Okay. Here we go. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or step back into safety. Abraham Maslow.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Life is all about growth. Basically getting uncomfortable. So if you want to grow, you got to get uncomfortable. Step out of what you know. Or if you want to stay comfortable, like to be safe, you don't take a step forward. You stay where you at. But in life, you want to keep moving forward and keep elevating.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. So Reese said, "Tell Andrew I did the exercise this week and he can meet me outside." Oh man, okay. It's all good, Reese. How'd you feel afterwards? Let us know how you felt.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but no, this one right here to me definitely speaks volumes to a few different facets of life, for real. So, safety is relative, to me, because for some people their comfort zone is safety, and for other people, new opportunities and new uncharted territories are their safe zone. So I look at taking a step back into safety meaning, what's comfortable, and what's comfortable is not always good for us, but we feel safe with it because we're used to it.
Yeah.
So taking a step forward into growth to grow is often uncomfortable, and it requires you to move not just physically, but mentally and spiritually as well, and emotionally. It requires movement. And for people who may be comfortable being in one spot, or they may only be comfortable going out but so far, and then their norm is to retreat back to what's comfortable, that stepping forward and and not being able to step back or resisting the urge to step back is uncomfortable, but it also stimulates growth.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that says to me. It says because safety has so many connotations. It's not just physical safety.
Yeah.
Types of safety. So let's see. Lonnie said, if you remain comfortable, you will get the same result. Yeah. Reset abs that I don't have that were sore. You know what? I'm with you there, Reese, because doing core work, that's one area that I don't do enough work with. And every time I do core work, especially if it's like it's some elevation, like, you know, they have the decline bench that you can put your legs into and do crunches and stuff. Anytime I do something like that, it puts constant stress on my core. I feel it for like 2 or 3 days. And that's how I know my core doesn't get enough work. So Reese, I'm with you. I got you. Like, that definitely happens, but it's all good. It's all good.
Hey Reese, make sure you stretch after these exercises so you won't cramp up. But if you think that video was hard, wait till you see my next core video I'm gonna do for 4 minutes straight.
Big sis Tara's in the building. Hey Tara, what's going on? Good evening. Coach Billy C is in the building. Hey Coach Billy C. She said good points. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's really, man. Oh shoot, we got Lenora from Lenora Pours in the building. Hey Lenora. So, but yeah, that's what that signifies to me, man. And really, I will say, and I tell people this pretty frequently, I've made more strides in my life stepping out of my comfort zone into the unknown than I have, you know, staying where it's comfortable. You know, I would never have purchased a home or, you know, even went for the job that I went for had I not wanted to grow and really just take the next steps. So yeah, that's a really, really good one. That's a good one. Like, I really like that one. So Reese said block. I don't know who you block too, so I'm just gonna assume it's Andrew because you would never block me. That's right. Ready for the next one, bro?
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Wisdom is like fire. People take it from others. African proverb. Ooh.
Wisdom is like fire. People take it from others.
Because when you think of take, it, you know, sometimes taking something has a negative connotation, like almost like you're bogarting or you're stealing, you know, forcibly acquiring, I'll say, you know. But no, it's when that first line, wisdom is like fire, I get the picture of togetherness and also widespread.
Right. Yeah.
You know, something that's widespread. You know, because when you think of a fire, I mean, sometimes you see one person around a fire, but a lot of times when you see a fire, it's multiple people or a group of people around a fire. You know, so the take it from others people take it from others is an interesting part because I never really looked at fire or warmth as something you necessarily, you know, take from others, but
yeah.
Maybe something that's, you know, given in a way. I mean, because if you're around a fire or anything like that, you're not necessarily taking it, but you are sharing it per se, sharing the heat, sharing the feeling. So that's interesting.
It threw me for a loop. I mean, I get wisdom is like a fire, like you said, spreads and but take it. But if we just like going word for word, like we're looking at fire and taking it, like I don't think nobody really want to take fire from anyone. But unless we're looking at fire, like not in the actual form of fire, like, you know, like you might say like, yo, he got that fire in his eye, like he's fighting fire. So
okay.
So it might be in that sense. I mean, I get it. It's good, but I really can't break this one down.
Well, you actually gave me an idea because when you said the fire in someone's eyes, they have that fire, meaning they have that hot idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of, so the take part makes sense to me now because it's like, hey man, I have this. Let me give this to you. Mm-hmm. So I say I'm gonna give this to you. You're gonna take it. You know, so it's like, man, let me pass you the rock. Okay, I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that to me, it's like wisdom still with the widespread and still something that can be given, but people take it as it's given to them. So, they're not taking it physically or, stealing it. But if it's, passed to them, oh, okay, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it with it,
Yeah.
So, that makes sense now. It threw me off for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jay said that's a heavy one. Wisdom catches like fire. Yes, it does. It really does. If you have the right people around you, it does, man. The people that I associate with now, like I get just from my Facebook wall, my timeline. I see stuff every day that's like, oh yeah. That's why I'm always sharing stuff from Jay and other people on my story, and on my page and stuff like that, just because, man, it's just so much wisdom out there, and it's hard to keep track of it all, man. But that's a great problem to have, though. It's too much being dropped. You can't keep track of it all. It's a great problem to have. Facebook user says, "Hey, fellas. Oh, we don't know if you're a Facebook user, but hey."
Hey.
Yo, Jay said, no, he's not. He's family. Oh, he's talking about Reese blocking us or blocking him.
Blocking me.
Because you said Andrew was fine. You can't block Andrew. He's fam. He's fam. She said, okay, I'll add him back on the family list one more time. Now, don't ever take him off ever again. Ever.
Appreciate it.
Jay said, take is lay hold of something with one's hands, reach for and hold, not steal. Yeah, Jay, bro, that's definitely, I got that. Well, it was delayed, but I definitely got that. I wasn't thinking necessarily steal. Well, when I first saw it, for a second I thought about steal, but then also I was like, okay, that's not.
You know it's crazy though how we program. You see the word take, and we automatically go to steal.
Yeah,
and that's crazy how we program like that.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I think Jay's talking to. Reese said you definitely need the right people around you. Yes, most definitely. Like your whole daily experience in life changes when you have the right people around you, in my opinion. Like I don't have my experience that I have now on the daily, especially interacting with people. It's way different. Pandemic aside, it's way different than it was 3 years ago. Different people, just all kinds of stuff. Jay said that was Connie Jordan. What was Connie Jordan, bro? I'm not sure what if you're referring to or who you're talking to. Tara said, wisdom can be attained without discussion. You observe and learn. So in a sense, that is taken. The thing is, it doesn't diminish the source. It gets no smaller. See? Big sis, you know what? Clarifying everything. That makes sense. Says, I agree 1,000%. And you know what? That's going up on my wall in like 2 days. See? What I'm saying?
Right there.
All kinds of gems being dropped all the time. I'm having a hard time picking them up. It's a good thing I have you here because you're going to help me. Rick said, the more like-minded people, the bigger the fire. Okay. And I think that can be good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be good or bad. Jay said, take means steal for you Northerners. Ooh.
Hey, he might be on something.
Oh man, that was petty, yo. So you got anything else on that quote, man?
Nah, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we dissected that one up. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Says, whatever we believe about ourselves and our ability comes true for us. Susan L. Taylor.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. It starts in your mind. Then you manifest it. So, if you believe that you're the greatest at something, you're gonna be great at it. You're gonna do everything in your power. You believe that you're bad at something, you're gonna be bad at it because you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna try. So I definitely believe in that saying.
Yeah. Oh, before I get to this, my part. She said, why wait 2 days? Put it up now. I do what I want. Okay. I'm playing. this right here says to me, this goes into the realm to me of speaking things into existence, or not even speaking, but just your thoughts manifesting. Excuse me, your thoughts manifesting, and everything starts with a thought. And so if you believe certain things about yourself in certain forms or fashions, they'll come true. Those things will manifest, and they can be good, bad, indifferent, all those things. And so this speaks to me because I used to have a problem with, self-esteem, self-confidence and stuff like that. And so for years, I believed myself to be average or less than, when in reality I wasn't, and I never was, but I believed that, and those are the experiences that I had, so no, this definitely, as far as our abilities, we all have gifts and we all have abilities, and so I think that when we downplay those things in our head, or we have thoughts about those things that are other than positive, it affects everything. It affects our abilities, it affects our gifts, it affects, everything. So yeah, I mean, mindset is just a real powerful thing. The mind is so powerful, and it can be a powerful form of positivity, or it can be a real devastating tool of destructive negativity. And that can be all in your personal circumference, like that's without anybody else. You can destroy yourself without even interacting with anybody, or you can be less than what you're supposed to be by your own action. So yeah, that's what that says to me, and that's a good one, because I think now, especially with social media, and you have all this information, all this imagery, I think now more than ever, and there's studies and stuff out there. Ooh, I think we lost Andrew. Don't know what happened. Andrew, you there? Ooh. Okay. Well, we gonna.
Not bad.
You good?
Can you hear me? Yeah, man. My phone. My phone acted up, man. My Wi-Fi ain't trying to believe in us right now.
Oh yeah, the Wi-Fi is acting up. But no, what I was gonna say, man, is that. What I was saying was that, especially there are studies done on on the younger generations, or people in general, and and their interactions and their thoughts, how they're affected by social media, and okay, maybe it's Wi-Fi still. But what I was saying is that right now, people probably more than ever are struggling with what they believe about themselves and their abilities, because they're constantly looking at imagery that they're comparing themselves to, comparing their life or life experiences to with their abilities, and so I think that a positive outlook on yourself, first and foremost, spreads just like a negative outlook does. So you would have
okay. No, I agree with everything you were saying. Yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it starts in your mind, and you got the power to be great or not be great. So it's all about what you believe. You like, even like with rappers. I forgot what rapper said it, but he was like, "Yeah, I might not be the hottest, but I believe I'm the hottest." So like when I spit my lyrics, I say it like it's the best thing, and people pick up on that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a great reference, because how many artists? As a matter of fact, I was watching $1 Million Worth of Game, the podcast with Wallow and Gilly. You watch it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we're bro at they Northerners. They from the north.
So I was watching it, and they had an artist by the name of NLE Choppa, who is a younger brother from Memphis, on there. And he was saying that he first came out, he knew he wasn't the best, But he said, I'm going to work so hard that I'm going to have to be in that conversation, that people have no choice but to respect my ability and my craft. And that's, you know, that's powerful, you know, to piggyback on what you were saying. That's very powerful. And he had the mindset from the time that he started. And now he's one of the hardest rappers / artists in the world, you know, and he's only, I believe he's only 18 or 19, you know, so he's already on a good start, and he is propelled himself already, and he's still, you know, quite young. So, we got crazy comments. Okay, let's see here. Jay said, "Come on, brother minister." No, I'm gonna let you keep that title because that's yours all the way. Coach Billy C said, "Yes, because the subconscious will create the action to go with the belief." Yeah, that's right. That's right. Reese said, "We create our own energy." Absolutely. I definitely believe that. Coach Billy C said, "That's how we are wired. That's why it's important to be aware of everything we think." Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Rick said, "You control your own reality." Mm-hmm. I didn't do anything to him, bro. He said that was his phone fighting him, not me. I didn't do anything. Jay said he's weird like that. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Jay said all Northerners are from the South anyway. He said leave him alone. Okay, bro. You got anything else on that one, man? Or you want to go? You ready for the next one?
We go to the next one.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand.
And African proverbs, first it was wisdom is fire, now it's wisdom is water. Yeah, but basically, you know, without knowledge, they basically saying that you're going to sink. You know, you think of water in the sand, quicksand. You know, it brings you down. You can't elevate. You know. You know, I kind of I see with me, because I see y'all really go in depth. I kind of live by an acronym called KISS. Stand for keep it simple, stupid. So I kind of, I learned that when I was going through my process. You know, I was going to therapy and everything. That's kind of how I operate. I mean, like I like to keep things simple. It's like that's the way I learn, because like when they get like too complicated, I kind of like tend like my attention span kind of goes all over the place. So if I'm being kind of short with my answers, that's just, you know, my apologies.
Nah, man. I mean, there's no man. I'm kind of long-winded sometimes, especially when I'm passionate about something. And this whole, I'm sure you heard me say before, being on Brother EmpowerMENt is one of the highlights of my week, man. So whenever we on here, I'm zoned in. I could be dog dead tired and wanting to go to sleep. I could be sad. I could be everything, but this energizes me, man. So I'm always ready.
You
know, talk about some stuff, long-winded about something.
Yeah, it's definitely great, man. Like I love what y'all doing, like your platform and everything. So it's you know, conversations like these is always good to have. You know, learn from each other.
Yeah. Rick said, "I guess you're going to sleep." Yo, Reese is so funny with it, man. Jay said, "We know about kids. Life don't like to be." Yo, right there is a word, bro. Life is real, just like real defiant like that. Yeah. Reese said anything. Yeah. Jay said, "Sometimes, sir, all the time." Man, I'd like to think I'm getting better, Jay. So you know, you're not empowering me right now, okay? I need you to. So Coach Billy C said no parties needed. Yeah, bro, you never gotta, you know, you give an answer. And if that answer is a couple words, it is, man. We're not even on that type of time. But as far as what I think about this, so there are quite a few smart people in the world. I mean, if you want to get technical, everybody is. I would say there's quite a few people who have expert level knowledge about almost either expert level or almost expert level knowledge about something. There is something that everybody's gifted at something. And so when I think about knowledge, I think about all the smart people in the world, just just smart, man. They just have just all this knowledge, but I look at the wisdom as far as the know-how to apply that knowledge and apply it to a task or apply it to, a situation or a person. And I think about all the smart people that I knew in high school, college, that, that I may have, you ran into on social media or ran into later on in life. And like Reese said, they are sinking, or they're in one place being held by that watery sand. Smart as they can be, at something or just in general, but maybe kind of just the wisdom isn't there. And so I look at that as knowledge and wisdom go hand in hand, one without the other. To me, is like you're lacking something, so that proverb, the African proverb, just says to me, like, you get stuck if you're missing something. You don't have what you need. You don't have necessarily what you need to move or to avoid situations, because you have enough water, enough sand, like you said, you got quicksand or you got whatever. But yeah, I think knowledge and are partners that are essential for each other. Having one or the other, cool and all, but it's like having one of the Infinity Stones versus having all of them. The Infinity Stones, they each have a power: mind gem, soul gem, power gem, reality gem, all that. But together in the gauntlet, they're one of the most powerful instruments in the universe. So, yeah. Coach Billy C said, we all have intellect. However, wisdom is deeper knowing and connection to the source. Yeah. It's wisdom is different. And there are people that out there that are really wise, but may not have a whole abundance of knowledge, but they have an abundance of wisdom. So that's a big one for me, and it's crazy because that's one of the shorter ones. Like, that's a real quote, but yeah. Coach Billy C said they are, but everyone isn't wise. It would be nice. Yes, that's definitely true. And wisdom is not age, doesn't have an age qualification. There are young people.
No.
You know what I'm saying, that are very wise. And just like there are some older, as the old generation calls them, some old fools, So yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely correct.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jay's shouting up people he's shouting people up in the comments. So, all right, we'll go ahead and get off of that one. You ready for the next one, bro? We running through them tonight, man. We can get some new ones up here. So here we go. The next one. They are not dead who live in the hearts they leave behind. Tuscarora. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know for sure.
They are not dead who live in their hearts they leave behind. So far, to me, this is basically like saying that, if you created a memory, good times with a person, and that person is no longer here, like good times and good memories, they last forever,
Yeah.
So that energy is never gone. So I mean, that's basically like what this one says to me, good times, never die. So that's all I got. I ain't really got much for this one.
Yeah, I think this one is definitely, really self-explanatory as well. I mean, in songs we hear this all the time, and you hear people say all the time, such is going to live on forever. Their memory will stay with, or their name is going to stay alive. And really, this says to me about, this is one of the things, as far as people talk about legacy and leaving a mark and all this stuff. This is one of the things that, you know, you affect people's hearts. You know, that is one of the biggest legacies that a person can have. You affect people's hearts and really touch people's hearts. That's something that they'll never forget. You know, that's something that they'll never forget. I mean, I think one of the more popular things is musicians who pass away, and people, you know, their music, you know, is something that transcends their lifetime. And, you know, any you know, Prince, Mike, you know, anybody, Whitney Houston, you know, but they touch people's hearts. And I think that when, you know, like I said, when you touch people's hearts, that unlocks something. And like I said, it's an experience that you'll never forget, or they'll never forget, excuse me. So, you know, I think that's one of the things that allows people to transcend different lifetimes. You know, you have, you know, just like I said, the most popular thing is musicians, but even, you know, athletes, or even just people that aren't necessarily famous. You know, there's people here in North Carolina. I'm sure there's people in Philly that, you know, that are remembered to this day because they touched the hearts of people, and they left behind that legacy, and they left that mark on people. And so their names and their memories and everything will continue to go, because they have people that are going to carry on that for them. And not because it's what necessarily those people want them to do, but that's the effect that they had on people and the future generations.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm just thinking on the flip side, you know, because sometimes, you know, like, well, I guess that would be more so in the mind, you know, if you have like somebody do something to you and it's like a bad experience, and that just keep playing in your mind. So I guess that would be not in your heart, that would be in your mind.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if something bad happened to you, or somebody do something bad to you, you keep that, but it also hinders you though, because like you keep thinking about that. So I guess that would be more so like up here and not here.
Yeah, well, I definitely agree, man. And now this can be positive or negative. You know, I think that, you know, this right here, I was thinking of it in a positive way myself. But it can be negative too, because there are people who, you know, people have affected them in a negative way, and they have that person is still alive because they're keeping them alive. That person did, you know, but that they have someone else keeping them alive, keeping their spirit anchored to this realm, to this world, because they, you know, they haven't let it go. We got a bunch of comments. I think Jay talking to some people in the comments, but Reese said that can be good or bad, just like we were saying. Memories are good, but if someone is not good for you, let that dead weight go. Yeah, agree.
Correct.
Yeah. So we got Jay. Oh yeah, he's talking to some folks. But yeah, I think that it can go either way, and it's definitely something that there are some ghosts out here that people are, you know, keeping with them. They may not think it, because to them it's just a thought or a memory, but they're keeping some people alive right in here. We're right in here. You know, you know? And so, yeah, I think that's definitely a good one. You know, that's definitely a good one. I like that one. All right, let's go to the next one. Don't be afraid to cry. It will free your mind of sorrowful thoughts. Hoppy? I'm not sure.
Hoppy.
Yeah. What you got, man?
Don't be afraid to cry. It will free your mind. I think of Drake. I'm joking. Think of Drake lyrics.
Oh,
Drake lyrics.
Drake. Hey, okay.
Drake, that guy though. I'm a big Drake fan. I appreciate his art. You know, that's why I respect him, because he's not afraid to cry. He's not afraid to cry with his tracks and everything. You know, but but all jokes aside though, definitely, man. Don't be afraid to cry. Like, don't hold it in. And I think as for us as Black men, we are conditioned and taught at a very young age that we aren't supposed to cry.
Mm-hmm.
So as we get older, we can't express our emotions, like we hold it in. It's like it causes a disconnect, with the women. The other Black women are like, they're like, yo, why can't you show your emotions? Why can't you do that? Because like at such a young age, we are taught like, you better not cry, you better not do this. Like, so
yeah,
it's good. It's good to get it out. It's good to get it out. It's good to express your emotions and whatever, man. Because you never know. The person you're talking to, you vent to, could have some good advice for you. Sometimes all we be needing is like a hug or something.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And man, I've heard, I can't tell you how many people I've heard tell their young Black children, their young Black boys, don't cry like no little punk, or the more derogative word, don't cry no will, whatever, yeah, that's something that you're restricting an emotional pipe inside of someone when you say they don't cry, and that pipe is just going to burst, get backed up, whatever. I mean, I can say that personally, man. There's one point in time where there were several years in between me actually crying, and I definitely think that just just clogged up all kinds of stuff in here. It's crazy that you say Drake, because the video or slash song he has with Lil Durk called "Laugh Now, Cry Later." Remember in that video where he starts crying, his friends asking him like, "Man, you all right?" And he's just like, "Man, I'm like, you need a tissue or something," It's so funny because I think he did that on purpose, because people say his music he's always crying his music. I think he might did it on purpose as a joke. But anyway, if you have never seen that video, watch that video. It's that part is hilarious because he's literally like crying. And we do this like, yeah, one of his entourage people is like, "You all right?" And he's asking him like, "You got any tissue?" Man, he's like, "No, I got no tissue, man." It's so funny. Like you gotta go see. But anyways, yeah, man. Crying does just release that pressure valve inside and let you just get it out, man. I mean, not too long ago, man. A couple weeks ago, man, I had a moment, man, where I was thinking about some of my childhood experiences with my dad, as far as like the negative experiences and the abuse and things like that. And I realized just how much I had pent up in my soul, man. How much energy I had pent up in my body. And I had to get it out, man. So I had a moment, man. Like, and I think that as brothers, it's up to us to relate to other brothers and get across to them that there's nothing wrong with crying. It's a valid human thing to do. And like the quote says, it does free the mind of thoughts. They literally come pouring out of you, and nobody should be afraid to really show that they're human and that they have emotion inside of them, because not every cry is painful. You know what I mean? There's cries of joy, cries of relief. There's anger cries. I mean, some people, they cry while they're angry or before they get angry because they just know, how it feels. Definitely can't be afraid to cry, man. We have to definitely get that mindset away from people, but especially our brothers. That mindset away from them, and
exactly,
yeah, man. So that I love this. Let me see. Coach Billy sees. Oh, first of all, wait a second. Got Christina in the house. What's going on, Christina? Coach Billy C said it's a release. Crying cleanses. Absolutely, it is. I mean, you literally releasing whatever you had pent up out into the atmosphere. She also said, "Yep," because Mister used to say he had water in his eyes. Yeah, that sounds like some old time. Reese said, I cry all the time, happy, sad, excited, or when I say free, or when I see free. Hey, I know that's right.
Or when you doing them exercises?
Yeah, man. Coach Billy C said, yes, expressive and feel those emotions. If not, it turns inward and becomes disease. Exactly. I'll definitely say I agree wholeheartedly on the disease point. You know, Coach Billy C said, me too. Not sure what she's saying that to. Reese said, hug and whine. Jay said, I just cried to my older brother like 40 minutes ago. Word, bro. I'm glad you got that out, man. Hopefully you feel better after that, man.
Yeah.
Coach B says, happiness brings tears. Either way, cry. Yeah. No, definitely, man. Definitely. You know, absolutely. Reese said, I think it's beautiful when men show emotions. I think it is too. And I think that, again, it's up to us to make it not such a rare phenomenon. You know, I think it's something that, you know, we've all seen. You know, a lot of people think that, well, I'll say a lot, way too many people think that men only have like 3 emotions: happy, mad, and sad. But, you know, it's just, there's more to us than that, you know. And when brothers show that they have the full gambit of emotions and they can be emotional like they project, you know, on women to be, that I think it just helps promote balance, you know, because I'm sure we've all seen or heard about times where brothers just snapped. And, you know, now I just think about, man, how long was he holding in whatever he was holding in? You know, when I hear that, let's see, where I see brothers just going off the rails, it's like, man, brother, how long were you holding that in? How long did you have that shackle to your spirit, you know? So, you know, and again, those are things I can speak to from personal experience. You know, just hold on to things for so long, they infest you, and then when it finally comes out, it's a relief, man. Like, you know, you've cauterized that wound, or you've stopped the bleeding, in a sort of way, you know. Yeah. So, Coach Billy C says, a woman, I am thankful for men who express their emotions in positive ways. Being toxic helps no one. Agree, definitely. Reese said, I cry when angry as well because prison not going to work for me. Yes, I agree, Reese. I'm not a jailbird. I'm not a prison guy. Not for me. It's just not a good look for me. I need to be out in the world. No thanks. Coach Bleasy said, human beings are emotional, period. That's correct, Coach Bleasy. That's right. So, you know, and women unfortunately get the stigma of being emotional when men are just as emotional. And I saw this one day. There's a sister that I follow on Facebook, or on all social media, really. Her page is called Collective. With both words are spelled with a K at the beginning. And she mentioned that, you know, that men do show emotions, and they show them all the time, but they only usually do that around other men. And she referenced sports. And it threw me back for a second, because she was absolutely right. Like on any kind of sporting field, men show all the different, quite a few men show the different range of emotions. You think about when, you know, Kobe and Jordan, you know, LeBron, them, you know, they won a championship. They happy, you know, you'll get some happy tears. You just get or vice versa when they lose. You know, you get the anger, the sadness. You get, you know, just you know, you get all of that. And, you know, so it's definitely unfair that men say that women are overly emotional. When you look at any sporting event, especially in a championship round or a championship, you know, man, look at the winners and you're gonna see all the emotions, all of them. I mean, you look at the Super Bowl and you look at the Super Bowl and you see the Rams, you know, and they won the chip. They're jumping around, some of them are crying, you know, and then you look at the Bengals, you know, some of them are stoic, some of them are crying, some of them are just, you know, you can tell they're mad, like all that stuff, man. So yeah, one of the things that as brothers that we have to do is dispel the notion that women are the emotional ones when men are just as emotional. It just only comes out in certain times instead of being balanced, being consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, you're definitely right. But you know what's crazy though? I'm just thinking about you mentioned Jordan. And you know, he actually was made fun of. You know, the Jordan meme, we crying. You know, he was crying at his Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
And that turned into a meme. Like so it's just like, yeah, it's crazy, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, or even though it was a really sad time, period. I mean, look at when they had the Kobe Bryant, you know, his memorial, you know, special. Man, look how many brothers got up there, you know, Shaq, Jordan, you know, all these men up there, you know, and stuff like that, man. So like that's one of the things that we definitely have to get away from, and shaming other brothers for showing emotion. Like, you know, it's like, man, how are you supposed to help produce, you know, full human beings of your own that go out to the world, and you're handicapping them early from doing something as normal as showing their emotions they were born with.
Exactly, yeah.
So Coach Billy C said, yes, I raised 2 sons. You all showed them in different ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reese said, I wasn't emotional for a long time. It took growth, and knowing me, being secure in my emotions are okay. Being secure in my emotions are okay. I'm human and live in all my emotions. Absolutely. Yeah, she said, Alexa. Coach Billy C said, stereotypes. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, those things. Yeah, we got to do away with the stereotypes and the absolute statements. Like, we just gotta, you know, we gotta do away with those.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, even me, because I got caught up and I kind of got away from it, because I used to always be like, you know, light skin. You know, I'm light skin. I always called, you acting light skin, dog. You acting light skin.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, you know, I fell into it a little bit, but I got away from that because it's like it's dumb. Like, it just creates separation. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does, man. The whole team light skin, dark skin thing. Like, I think it was a little funny, but you know, those things like that get passed down, and they're so damaging because not only do people respond to them in different ways, but black people are introduced to those things so young. You know what I mean? And so it creates those things create complexes. They create really damaging thoughts and behaviors. You know, I don't even say it anymore, and I don't even really like people really talking like that around me, just because like there's enough of that. Like, you know, it's that team light skin, team dark skin stuff is in play in our society. It's documented that people with dark skin or darker skin get harsher prison sentences, this and that, and people with lighter skin or fairer skin get treated differently. They have certain amounts of privilege. Like that stuff is in play for real in our society, especially among black people. And so we can't push that onto each other and weaponize that against each other, because the world is weaponizing us against us already. And so we can't
exactly.
You know, we doing extra work for their benefit, you know, for the benefit of the people who are doing that, using those oppressive tactics, those white supremacist tactics. You know, so, man, that's a good one, man. Like, for real, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not with none of that. You know, none of that at all.
Yeah.
Jay said no comment. I'm not sure what he said that too. Society has made it almost impossible for men to show emotions, but I've seen a drastic change over the last couple of years. Yeah. No, again, I say this all the time. So millennials, people think that millennials are like, 20-something years old. No. Millennial, I believe the youngest millennial is 25, and the oldest millennial, 25 or 26, and the youngest millennial is about to be 41 or 42. Or 42, excuse me. Jay and I are both millennials. The millennial generation is the generation that propelled this social media era, and is the era, the generation that have started a lot of these conversations about these problematic heirlooms and things that have been passed down from previous generations. We started that, and we're the one spearheading these conversations and working to dismantle a lot of that stuff. So I would definitely want every millennial to pat themselves on the back, because I would say over the past probably 7 to 10 years, maybe a little longer, at least, those conversations have been started and kept going by millennials. Now, the next generation and previous generations are of course, going to, they've caught on, are going to catch on and whatnot too. But millennials are, in my opinion, mostly responsible for that. So I agree, Deshaun, there has been a drastic change, because we've been having the conversations and bring it to the forefront to dismantle a lot of those things. Like men not showing emotions, real things that we learn as children, we learn as young people, that as we get older, it's like, yeah, this isn't okay. This is terrible, actually. So Lenora said colorism. That's right. Absolutely, Lenora, colorism. Right. The child of racism, definitely. Reese said we're all chocolate. I'll take that. Sure, I'll take that. Yeah. So, all right, bro. So we are at our last few minutes, and this is the time what we call Positive Brothers Shout Out. So but this is the time to shout out brothers who aren't normally getting recognized, or just brothers that you hold in high esteem, that you want to just give them their flowers, man, and just shout them out and just love on them. So what you got?
This is just in general. I'm just shouting out to all the brothers that's out there, that's working hard, raising kids, just doing positive things in the community. I just want to encourage brothers to keep doing it, being mentors to the youth, keep talking to the youth, building them up, sharing the knowledge, and that's what we need. To the coaches out there, teachers, construction workers, everybody. So I don't have anybody in particular. Just wanted to shout everybody out. So.
Okay, word, bro. As for me myself, a little different. No, you know what? I'm gonna do, man, bro. I really want to shout out. I really want to shout out first and foremost brothers who make time for other brothers, and not just say, hey, I'm here if you need me, or we'll link up sometime and we'll talk, or hey, just give me a call. Like, no, they actually make time, set aside time for other brothers, to be brothers, to be that safe space, to be that listening ear, to really just be there to let other brothers be. I want to shout those brothers out, because I don't feel like they get enough. That sometimes is a thankless job, being there for people. And sometimes it becomes an expectation that people have that you didn't even know that they have. They expect you to be there. And well, I mean, I'm doing this, but it's a lot. Making time for people it's a big gift, and sometimes I think that it goes unrecognized. So I want to shout out those brothers. And since we were talking about millennials, I want to shout out the millennial brothers, man. Shout out the millennial brothers that are really out here helping to dismantle these problematic heirlooms and dispel generational curses, and really just be better men, be better brothers, fathers, uncles, husbands, all that. Like, shout out to y'all, man. Like, I want to, y'all want to give y'all flowers, because y'all are positive brothers, and y'all are the positivity that is going to change the next generation's mindset about a lot of things. They don't even know it. But it's a great thing, and it's what's needed. This community, this world, these things are not going to change without us actively getting involved consistently for the long haul. It's not going to be anything that's going to happen over a short amount of time. It is something that's going to take work that's going to have to continue once we're gone. and work that we may not even see the full extent of the fruits of the labor in our lifetime. And that's on a shout out to those millennial brothers, man, because it's a lot of work, but I think it's gonna be worth it, man. So, if you guys have not met anyone who loves you, just know that you met two people today, Andrew and myself. We love you. We are here for you. There are organizations that have tools and spaces for you. I put Andrew's information for his organization in the comments, brotherslikeme.org. So check him out. Check out his social medias. Follow him. Connect with him. He will be back. We're probably going to have around 3, 4, 5. I mean, he's part of the collective now, so you're going to be seeing his face a lot with Love and Fitness, with just a lot of stuff. So, I want everyone to really just have a good night. So, Andrew, you stay on, and everyone else, we will see you next week. We love you guys.
Cause as they raising your spirits, you start embracing your fearless. You can't deny that you're clearing all the demons from your heart, wishing it from the start. To any brother that wanna step in and be a part, cause it's easier to do it together than be apart. Hope to be the beacons of light that can shine in the dark.
Come on, let's go.